guess what we're doing? Hey guys. I forgot my intro. Hey guys, nice to meet you if you're new here. Nice to see you. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks for coming. Today, we're doing something I've never done. I've done it, I guess, I did it a different way, but I've never done like TBR. Jar picks my TBR. Rachel Catherine does it all the time, and a couple other YouTubers I've seen do it. Some people do it in different ways, like Destiny did the Monopoly board. For October, I'm picking a TBR. It's pretty early in the morning. For October, I'm picking prompts to see what I'm going to read. TBR Jar picks my TBR. You know what? You know what's going on. You know what's happening. That's what we're doing. I have a lot of new books, and they don't fit on my shelf, nor do I have a TBR cart. So we're just, a lot of the books I have on my shelf I haven't read either. So we're just gonna pick from all these new books and my shelf. I wish I had a cart. Maybe I'll invest in one. Should I invest in one? I need to invest in a lot of things, like a new bookshelf. I do not have any room, and I just keep buying books. So, we don't need to drag this intro out. How about we pick some books? I don't know how many are in here. I thought I wrote a lot more, but I think I'm gonna pick 6 books. I don't read enough to pick like 10 books, so we're gonna pick 6. That's how many I read last month. I did really good last month, I'm thinking, and I stuck to my TBR for the most part. I'll be doing a wrap-up. I never do wrap-ups, but I will be doing an August wrap-up. Okay, 6 prompts we're gonna pull. I wrote random stuff down. Okay, let's pick. First prompt is this one. It is highest rated book that is not in a series. Highest rated book on my Goodreads that is not in series. Okay, I just went through my shelf again to make sure everything is on there. I could have possibly missed a few, but it does say not in a series. I decided to put just the first book in the series because a lot of these books go in a series, even if I thought they were just a standalone, a lot of them go in a series. So I put the first book, or maybe it's the next book I'm reading, in the series. So instead of saying not the series, you know what I mean. I am currently on Goodreads, and I'm gonna put it average rating. Okay. Okay, so the highest rated book on my TBR, on my Goodreads TBR, the highest rated book on my Goodreads TBR is, which I'm super excited for. I just got it. It is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I'm so excited for this book. I've been wanting it, and I went on a trip recently, and I went crazy buying books that I've been wanting. And this is one of them. I'm pretty sure this is a second chance romance, if I'm correct. From what I gather, this is just a second chance romance at Saving a Marriage. I don't know too much about it, but I've heard this is a beautiful book. A lot of people cry. I don't read a lot of second chance romance, but when I do, I absolutely love them. And I heard Kennedy Ryan's amazing. I've never read one of her books, and I'm so excited to read this book. I'm glad. This will be read this month. This indeed. Second prompt is, okay, I've got 2 in my hand. I'll pick this one. Is a romance. I kind of want to read fantasy this month, but you know what? Let's see. I want to read like, I didn't specify what kind of romance I wanted to read. So do I want to read, it's kind of calling my name. It's Addicted to You by Kristen Becker-Ritchie. I've tried to read this book before. I read like a couple pages, and I just wasn't in the mood for it, and I never went and picked it up again. I'm pretty sure this is about 2 addicts who date each other to hide their addiction. We're gonna take this as the romance. Wow, so far so good. Okay, third prompt. Also, a lot of people love Addicted to You. Maybe I'll make a video about reading it. Sounds like a plan to me. Okay, third one is this one. Okay. It is a book with a person on the cover. Okay. Ooh, so many to choose from. So firstly, I'm looking at Wildfire. This technically is it releases tomorrow, but it was in my Barnes & Noble, so I definitely bought it. So this is a pretty big contender. 7 Year Slip also. Did y'all hear that? The cat heard it. Seven Year Slip by Ashley Poston. It has people on the cover. But I also need to go through my TBR. That's the whole point of this, instead of reading books I just bought. I think we're gonna go with Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. The cat is like running around trying to get the birds outside of the window. This is on my fall TBR, and I feel like if I don't put it on my October TBR, which it should go on, because I don't know, it kind of seems like a spooky book to me, but I don't know if it is. We're gonna put this as the person on the cover, which is pretty sure is another romance. We're not doing very good on the fantasy books. She is obsessed with true crime, and she's doing something in the summer, and she's convinced that her neighbor is a serial killer. So maybe it'll be fun. 3 books down, 3 more to go. Okay. It's also getting bright. Love. The lighting's probably changing a ton. Okay. This one is our 4th one. Another blue one. A book with a number in the title. A book with a number in the title. Okay. For sure, an option is a 7 Year Slip. I have 2 options, which is the 7 Year Slip and Atlas 6. The thing is, I don't want to read the Atlas 6. But it's on it's been on my TBR for a long time. It's been on my bookshelves, and I've tried to read it. And I want to read the 7 Year Slip. Would you be mad if I chose the 7 Year Slip? Because that's what I think I'm going to choose. I think I'm going to choose this. I want to make a TBR that I'm going to read rather than dread reading. So far, I want to read all these books. So we're going to choose the 5th book and then just move on. Hopefully it's a fantasy, or like something I can make a fantasy, because I have a ton of those that I want to read. Okay, I got 1. I got 2. Okay. Okay. This one is a dark romance, which is another romance. But I have A Court of a Vampire Queen by Katie Robert, which I'm pretty sure is a dark romance. Her father makes her a pawn in his latest political move, gifting her to the darkly powerful and dangerously seductive Malachi Zion. Is it Malachi? It looks like Malachi. Zion? We're gonna go with Zion. It sounds better. Malachi is a bad vampire. And the longer she's with him, the more she realizes he is not the bad guy. That's what we're choosing. Court of a Vampire Queen is going to be our dark romance, but it's kind of a fantasy at the same time because vampires, like the Vampire Diaries. I love the Vampire Diaries. All right, last and final book. I'm hoping for a fantasy book. Come on, fantasy. Let's go, fantasy. A new book. Wow. And you know what I'm picking? Oh, I don't know what I'm picking. Okay. Oh, I have 3 options here. 3 new books that I recently bought, which is The Wicked King. The Wicked King. It is the 2nd book in the Court Prince trilogy. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, which the 3rd one comes out soon, and how come I haven't read this? or One Dark Window. Oh my god, this has the number in it. This has a number in it. You know what? Okay. We're gonna reverse. We're gonna trade the 7-year slip out for One Dark Window so I can add an extra fantasy. Not to say I'm not gonna read this month. I probably will. But we're gonna take this out of the equation and move the One Dark Window in because it's a fantasy and it's October. It's not cheating because I make up the rules here. Don't blame me. I probably will read the 7-year slip this month, if not next month. So we switch those out. But to our other one. Well, I guess we technically have 3 options. Wait, because also, okay, this is difficult. We're going to go with these 2 options for a new book. Right, that was the prompt, right? A new book. I think we're going to choose from these 2. And if I'm being honest, this is the book I want to read. So I'm thinking we're going to go with this one. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. We have our 6 books. Over our books that I'm going to be reading in the month of October. And I will be reading these books. I will be reading these books because, like, I'm not going to force myself or anything. A new book. We are reading Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Super excited. I don't know what this book is about, but I'm excited. How far would you go for a happily ever after? Pretty far, pretty far. Dark Romance, which I chose A Quarter of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. A book with a number in the title. We switched it out for One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick. A book with a person on the cover, which is Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. Then we have a romance, which I chose Addicted to You by Kristen Becker Ritchie. And finally, the highest rated book on my Goodreads TBR is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. You know what? I'm so excited. This is probably the most ecstatic I have been for a TBR. I have so many good books to read this month. I don't know if I'm gonna read all those books. I'm gonna try. We are gonna try. It is a busy month, but I've been trying to stay off my phone a lot more recently and read. So let's hope for some good books and that I read all of them. I also really want to focus more on YouTube. I've been having so much fun with it, and I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you want to see another TBR jar video, let me know. If you want to see something else, also let me know. I really appreciate it. If you want to see what I'm reading in real time, go follow me on Instagram or Goodreads. Really appreciate it. And like I said, I want to try and be more active on YouTube. I upload about once a week right now, but I'm going to try and do more than that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe I'll see you next time. Bye! Thanks for watching.